Long-standing foes Israel and Iran continue to trade missiles in their ongoing conflict. Israel has struck an Iranian refueling aircraft at Mashhad airport in eastern Iran, approximately 2,300 kilometers from Israel. This is Israel's longest-range strike since the beginning of Operation Rising Lion. And while Israel targeted Tehran, Iran launched a new salvo of ballistic missiles towards Israel, targeting Tel Aviv and Haifa. But US President Donald Trump says that the region will have peace soon. Trump also said that he will get Iran and Israel to make a deal the same way he got India and Pakistan to make a deal through trade. Trump added that he does a lot but never gets credit for it. Sources also say that Donald Trump vetoed an Israeli plan in recent days to kill Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has claimed that Iran's nuclear weapons are an existential threat to Israel, and Israel has started a war against threat of destruction. On the other hand, Iran has said their defense is in response to Israel's violation and that the Iranian response will stop when Israel halts its attacks on Iran.
אנחנו פה כי אנחנו במערכה קיומית שהיום מובנת לכל אזרחי ישראל. תחשבו מה יקרה אם לאיראן יהיה נשק אטומי להנחית על ערי ישראל. תחשבו מה יקרה אם לאיראן היה 20,000 טילים כאלה. לא אחד, 20,000 כאלה. זה איום קיומי על ישראל. ולכן יצאנו למלחמת הצלה נגד איום השמדה כפול, ואנחנו עושים את זה באון. חיילינו, טייסינו, מעל שמי איראן. איראן תשלם מחיר יקר מאוד. על רצח אזרחים, נשים, ילדים, שהם עשו בכוונה תחילה. אנחנו גם נשיג את יעדינו וגם ננחית עליהם מכה אחת אפיים. הם ירגישו את נחת זרוענו.
ما خواهان گسترش جنگ نیستیم مگر اینکه به ما تحمیل بشه. ما خواهان گسترش این جنگ به کشورهای دیگه و یا به منطقه نیستیم مگر اینکه تحمیل بشه. ما اصولا خواهان این جنگ نبودیم. ما مشغول اجرای دیپلماسی در خصوص برنامه هستی خودمون بودیم، ولی این تجاوز به ما تحمیل شد. ما از خودمون دفاع میکنیم، دفاع کاملا مشروع هست، با اقتدار دفاع میکنیم و این دفاع ما در پاسخ به تجاوز هست. لذا اگر تجاوز متوقف بشه طبیعی است که واکنش‌های ما هم متوقف میشه.
Well, I hope there's going to be a deal. I think it's time for a deal and we'll see what happens, but sometimes they have to fight it out, but we're going to see what happens. I think there's a good chance there'll be a deal.
And my colleague Ashraf Wani is now joining us with more details on this. Ashraf, with neither sides ready to step back, no signs of de-escalation, is this conflict now turning into a full-fledged regional war?
Yes, it seems so, Anjali. Actually, yesterday, the foreign minister of Iran himself said that once the Israel stops the attacks on the Iran, and they will not retaliate. That means it is now in the hands of the Benjamin Netanyahu to conclude these strikes on the Iran, and probably then Iran did not want to expand this or escalate. That is why we have seen during the last 3 days they have not targeted any kind of US base in the Gulf, which was presumed that probably they may target that. And now also there is a lot of diplomacy going on behind the scenes, particularly in the BRICS, where the two top leaders, the Donald Trump as well as the Putin, are meeting, and probably both wish that this tension should not escalate further because its impact will be visible all across the globe, particularly in the countries who are dependent on the energy and the crude oil and the natural gas from the Gulf countries. During the last night, this took the ugly shape. On Sunday, Israel targeted the defense ministry premises of Tehran, and that building was completely collapsed. The death toll in the Iran is now rising. They have said that 240 people, including the civilians and the army generals and the nuclear scientists, had been killed in these Israeli attacks, while as the death toll in the Israel is also mounting, where the Iranian missiles targeted not only their refineries in the Haifa, but also the electric grid in the Haifa, which has resulted the complete shutdown of the electricity in the Haifa. So very efforts on across the globe by the top leaders so that these tension could not escalate further.
All right, Ashraf, thank you for those details and for that context.